Hey Crafternooners, welcome back to my living room. Happy Pride Month in June. We are celebrating our rights to be who we are and love who we love. So we're going to do a little rainbow themed craft today. All you're going to need is a pair of scissors, a writing implement, a glue stick, maybe some staplers but not necessarily staplers, a piece of white paper, and of course the colors of the rainbow paper: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple for the pride flag. So I'm going to attach to the comments section of this video a PDF of the template that I used, but I realized that not everybody has a printer at home to print a template, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to make our own. So you need a plain piece of white paper and we're going to make a square out of it. So to make a square out of a rectangular piece of paper, you take a corner and one side and fold it down to the other side, just like this. Let's make sure those edges, that one edge lines up, and you'll have a perfect square, and then you can just snip off this rectangle here, which is what we are going to do. I don't know if you can see that this template is made up of 4 hearts and they're all stuck together. So what we are going to do is try to recreate this with our square piece of paper. It's much simpler to print out the template, but if you can't, we'll do it this way. So we're going to fold our square in half, and we are going to fold it in half again. And then from that corner that it's all folded up in, we're going to fold that over so that all of our folded edges meet. And I'll show you what we end up with. We end up with a little triangle. So I'm going to go through those folds again with you, and I'm going to hold it up so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. So we take our square, we fold it in half, we fold it in half again, and then this corner right here where you can't open it up at all, it's all the folds in one corner, we're going to make that into another corner. And then from there we are going to cut out our heart, half of a heart technically, along the fold. Kind of looks like an ice cream cone, but when you open it up, it may not be as perfectly symmetrical as the template, but it is a good enough approximation. So with your template, you are going to trace it onto your paper, which I've already done ahead of time. So I'm going to teach you guys a very old trick that only librarians and childcare workers know, is that when you're doing crafts for a lot of kids, to save yourself some time, you can trace once and cut many times. So what I have done here is I've only traced my shape once, but I've stapled the traced paper to the top of all of my other colors of paper. So I only have to cut them once, which is what I'm going to go out and do now. Trim off all of my excess so I can use it for something else. And snippity snip. So have you guys been getting out to parks with your hand sanitizer and your cleaning cloths and playing and being safe, but still getting outside and being active? I sure hope so. I'm still just going for walks. We haven't been to any parks or anything yet, and I have not yet dusted off my bike, but I'm hoping that we can do that soon. Some of you may be going back to childcare pretty soon too, as those are open now. It'll be nice to spend some time with friends, hey? Cutting. Takes a bit longer. Depending on the size of your scissors and the strength of your hands, you may only want to do a few of these at a time, not like 6 or 7. But like I said, I've had many years of practice doing this, so My hands are pretty scissors tough. There. Now I have a whole rainbow of what look like flowers, but we need to turn them into hearts. So take your first one, and what you are going to do is the bumps that are the middles of the hearts, according to your template, we're going to fold along that line, just like this. If you're having doubts about where to make your folds, take a look. Even if you can't print it out, take a look at the template that I've attached below, the PDF, because there are lines on it for where you need to fold it. So you fold there, and then you need to make 2 more folds. One so that your hearts match up this way, and another so that your hearts match up this way. Once I'm done my folds, I'll hold it up for you so you can see where I have made these creases. Can you see there? So we folded it here, and we folded it along this axis, and we folded it along this axis. So now comes the tricky part. Now we are going to hold it so that our fingers are holding this one that cuts in the middle of 2 hearts, and we are going to fold those. We're going to reverse those folds and fold them in to the middle. Can you see? And fold that one in to the middle so that when it's all folded up, it looks like a little heart. Can you see in the middle there how I've got that folded? When you open it up and when you close it. So I'm going to quickly do that with all the rest of them, making my folds, and then I'll show you how we assemble this. So do you guys know all the colors of the pride flag? There is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. There's an easy way of remembering the colors in a rainbow. It's Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. My kids taught me that. And fold it in and into a heart. That's my orange. And my yellow. Sometimes this can be pretty tricky. If you have small fingers, you may need to request the help of somebody with larger hands. But this would be a nice project to do as a family too. You could do a whole bunch of them, actually. String them up in your window, Pride Month. I have 3 more to go. I think I'm just going to leave it there and show you how to put this together first, in case you need to stop watching. I will finish it off. But so you take your first one, your red, and on the heart section, put some glue. And you glue it to your orange one. And you're just pretty much going to stack them in the order of the rainbow. So red, orange, orange to yellow, oh, this is magical. I have to finish it all to show you the final reveal. It's going to take a few minutes. Bear with me. You get pretty quick at doing these after the first couple. It takes your brain a minute or two to figure it out. You have to work through the first 1 or 2 before you start to understand, oh, this is the mechanics of it. This is how it works. I miss doing this in person with you guys. Hopefully soon. And then to yellow, we attach green. You hear that noise in the background? That crinkling noise? That's my cat trying to get into her cat food bag. As soon as I'm done here, I better go switch out her food. She's a strange one. She has to have fresh food twice a day, even if her bowl is still full, and fresh water. Whenever anyone walks into the kitchen, she cries for fresh water, and then she stands at her food bowl, or her water bowl. She dips her paws, not her fingers, I think of her as a person. She dips her paws into her water dish, gets them all wet, then she rubs her wet paw around in her food dish and then licks the food dust off of her paws. So weird. And so cute. Blue attaches to green. Look at all this love piling up. Rainbow love. And last but not least, my very favorite color, purple. Oh yeah, like this. Wow, I lost track of what I was doing. Fold it into a heart. Make your creases nice. And then blue attaches to purple. Okay, you guys ready for the magic? Hopefully the glue is dry enough that it won't fall apart when I try to reveal it to you. So now we've got all of our hearts that we folded and glued together, and it opens up into this beautiful rainbow heart. You could even glue it together to make a rainbow heart ball. Isn't that cool? This would make a really great greeting card actually pop up for Pride Month. If you take, I'm just going to use yellow because that's what I have, some greeting card stock, and glue one side to the front of your card, and then the purple, close your card on top of it so that when someone opens their greeting card, which is, you'd have to have a pretty thick envelope, they have all this love inside. Thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget, be kind. Happy Pride Week, and we'll see you next week.